Welcome again. Can't wait to work with you. Let's get into the training content. Let's talk a little bit about Amazon and their program, which is called Amazon Relay, which allows carriers like ourselves to actually move their freight. So what we're doing is we are capitalizing on Amazon Relay's multi-billion-dollar trucking network and technology with over 50,000 loads per week. Now, what we do is we use Amazon Relay's platform to obtain loads that need to be delivered from Amazon warehouses to other Amazon warehouses, but we also deliver to post offices and things of that nature. Now, there are more than 200 Amazon-owned warehouses around the US. So think about this. When you place an Amazon Prime order and it says, we can get it to you between 10 and 2 a.m., or we can get it to you the next business day, or we can get it to you within 2 business days. The reason you're able to get that package so fast is because all of the goods are stored in a nearby Amazon facility near you. So that way they have a product near a driving distance, really near pretty much everyone all across the US. So really what we do is we then go and grab those items from these particular warehouses all across the US and deliver them to different hubs so they can continue to move them and deliver them. So why do we partner with Amazon Relay? I mean, what's so special about them? Now, if you look on the internet, you may see some good or bad things about Amazon Relay. As people that work with them, as partners of Amazon Relay, we're going to say it is a groundbreaking, earth-shattering platform that really has changed the game of trucking. And that's one way or the other, however you want to look at it. It has changed the game of trucking. And the way we see it is it's changed it in a positive way. This allows a lot of carriers to capitalize on the growth potential, grow their businesses, capitalize on the great freight that is consistent in there. You do receive hassle-free payments. Gone are the days where you're waiting 30, 45 days for a payment from your carrier because a shipper did not pay you within a week's time. Amazon is really good with providing their payments to their carriers, so therefore their carriers can pay their drivers in a timely fashion. And they have amazing technology. They have a great app that has built-in navigation, and we'll talk more about that app. But Amazon Relay is an amazing tool, an amazing resource that is right at our fingertips that we're really, really proud to be a part of. So we can talk a little bit about the Amazon Relay tools. So one of the things that Amazon has is what's called a load board. And if you're in the trucking industry, this is not going to be an uncommon term. These basically allow you to book loads, a wide selection of loads across the Amazon's entire network, simply by clicking book. And there you have yourself a load. And the prices are updating in real time, so you can kind of see what's happening, what are the common prices in the industry, and therefore you can sort of book what you feel is a hassle-free, easy, low-stress way of booking loads. What I want you to do now is take a second and click on the Relay Tools link in your training materials. So you want to click on Relay Tools and take a second to explore that. Read through that PDF document and sort of play around with it and soak in that knowledge so you can learn a little bit more about the Amazon Relay tools. Go ahead and pause this video and have a look. Okay. So when it comes to that Relay technology, I talked a bit about some of the great tools that are built into that Relay platform. One of the things that we really love is the driver app. And what it does is it allows you to sort of check in, check out when it comes to getting to the delivery yards and picking up your freight or delivering your freight. Really easy scheduling. When you are scheduled for a trip, that trip will automatically pop up in that Relay app and show, hey, you've been booked for this load, it leaves at this time, all the details are there. It gives you real-time updates while you're on the road. So if for some reason your load is canceled, you will get that alert first, sometimes even before the business does, that load has been canceled by Amazon. You also have a Again, a great automatic check-in and check-out process. Once you get to the yard, sort of you can show them the QR code and say, hey, I'm here, and proceed on through the docks. And one of the things that's really, really great about it is their navigation, right? So, you don't have to necessarily use Waze unless you have two devices. You wouldn't use Waze. We actually ask that you use the Amazon app 100% when it comes to their navigation, because it does take into account any low bridges, any sort of hazard that may be in the area, and it sort of navigates you accordingly, and make sure that you're in compliance. So you'll notice a little bit later in the training when we talk about this, that actually using the Amazon app when you're on trips is mandatory. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the relay loads. So more than 90% of the relay loads for semi drivers, okay, these are the folks that drive the tractors, are drop and hook, they're low weight, and it reduces that time that you would spend out on the yard, waiting. It's literally drop and hook, no touch freight. Now, carriers who strive for high performance, and that is us, we are big on high performance, making sure we do what we say we're going to do and delivering in a timely and high quality fashion. We are then rewarded with wider load selections, contracts, dedicated work, early access, things of that nature. We'll talk a little bit more about that as we get into this. And we use this also to sort of run our operations, to manage the driver rosters, to assign you guys to specific loads. Again, we manage our contracts in here, and we receive payments from here. We track your performance in here. So this tool is very, very helpful for businesses using this platform. So to talk a little bit more about the Relay app itself, we want you to go ahead and, of course, review these resources, but I'll go through this really quick just to sort of touch on this. Now, whenever we book you a load, you'll receive an alert on your phone to say, hey, you've been assigned this particular load. So you want to accept that invitation. Now, these resources that we're providing you, that you're going to be looking at, provides you details on how to not only install the application, but how to sign in, how to use it for the first time, how to create your work profile, how to assign yourself how to find the assigned trips that you've been assigned, how to facilitate the trips. So you want to not only review these resources, but you want to have them handy. Keep them and have them handy, because this driver guide is going to be critical in how you move forward and how you can easily navigate the app as you process your trips. So the Amazon app needs to be accessed and used 100% of the time for all trips. I said that before, and I really want to emphasize that. We are graded on how often we use these things. And so let's just say you use the app 50% of the time. Well, our performance score will reflect that you only used it 50% of the time. So you want to make sure you have that app open at all times. And of course, you're going to make sure you need to bring a charger so that your phone is able to keep that app going at all times without dying, because we certainly don't want you out on the road without some sort of device to use, especially in case of emergency. So one of the things that we're graded on, or a few of the things that we're graded on in terms of our performance, and it's calculated on a trailing 6 weeks, is on time pickup and delivery, load acceptance. So when you're assigned a trip, making sure that you accept that trip, not canceling, not requesting it to be removed, but actually following through with the trip, making sure that the trip is disruption free, so you didn't get any stops or anything crazy that happened on the road. And then of course that app usage that we just talked about. All right, so now what we want to do is we want you to pause this again, and you have 4 resources to look at. So we want you to click this. When it says watch, that is of course a video. So you want to click this link and watch that video. So it tells you a little bit more about the Relay app and how to use that. And then you want to go ahead and click this link, which is going to give you more of a job aid. So it's more of a reading and a visual on how to use the app. And then we have 2 more videos down below, which talks about performance scores. And of course, some of the best practices that you'll need to follow when you're on the Amazon yard. And we'll talk about that a little bit later, because the Amazon yard is very, very important, and is, to know how to navigate that, and to ensure that, we're not banned from the yard, or we're not running into any severe safety issues. All right. So that was a little bit about the Amazon. I'm hoping you did pause this video and you did review those resources. If you did not, now is a good time to do so. We're going to switch gears and we're going to talk a bit about our staff and a little bit about the team. All right. So Drizzle Goods is successful in the transportation industry due to our strong leadership team. All right. We have a really, really strong internal leadership team. And collectively, as a group, the stakeholders or the leadership team, they have over 25 years experience in project management, analytics, marketing, business management, logistics, and operations. So let's dive into a little bit about who is who. All right, so we have Lydia Peters, that is the CEO. Lydia's role largely focuses on company vision, growth, and strategy, sort of, where we're going in the future, making sure we stay afloat, making sure we reach our financial goals, and things of that nature. And of course, Lydia also handles compliance, negotiations, landing us the contracts, landing us these awesome deals with all of these amazing companies that we work with. And then you have myself. I did a little bit of an introduction in the beginning, but I handle, your personnel files, training, compliance, recruiting, some of the financials I work with Lydia on, and of course, payroll. And we have Tisha Ross, that's the logistics manager. She is chiefly in charge of managing the drivers, the IT systems, and the fleet. So really anything that has to do with the drivers and onboarding you, working with your schedules, helping you with your performance, managing the trucks that you drive, any equipment that you work with. She is going to be one of the key people that you speak with and that you work with throughout this your journey here with Drizzle Goods. And then you have James Ernest, who is part of dispatch team. He is a dispatch manager, and he's responsible for keeping the wheels moving on all of our available trucks, which includes booking short-term contracts, spot loads for drivers, route coordination, making sure that you guys take the most optimal route, tracking where you are in your routes, handling any trip issues that may come about. He's also going to be your right-hand man when it comes to any of the operations that you do here at Drizzle Goods. So these are the leaders. And of course, each leader has a team of professionals that report directly to them. So they have a team of people under them that help them do what they do on a daily basis. But these are going to be the key people that that keep the business afloat and that you're going to be working with throughout this whole process and throughout your journey. So I talked about this a little bit earlier, and I'm going to reiterate just how important our drivers are to us. And one thing I love about our CEO is that is sort of one of the main things she focuses on is trying to make our drivers feel like a family, make it feel like, a partnership, and make you feel valued and appreciated. And so I want to read this verbatim because this came directly from her. So we've designed our business in such a way that all of our staff feel valued and appreciated, with many opportunities to earn extra money in advance. We invest in our staff, and they then have a vested interest in the company's well-being. And so we pour into you. We're hoping that you then pour back into the company, and we all sort of pour into each other to succeed and grow as partners in this business. So that's very, very important to me. It's a really profound statement from the owner, and I do appreciate that.